my name's Taryn.
And I'm Amanda.
And I'm Candace.
And we're Appollonia. Welcome to our first show. Well, the topic is a very hot topic. A lot of people, when we told people that we were having a show, a lot of people came to us and said that they would love for us to discuss this because it's so interesting. So, to get things started, let's tell you what the topic is.
Our topic today will be touched upon, would you rather for your significant other to lie to you and live in a fantasy world, or would you rather them tell the truth and be disappointed, be mad? We're going to tell you from a fleshly view, and we're going to tell you from a spiritual view.
Okay. Well, personally, I am the one who would not like to live in a fantasy world. I believe it's really unrealistic. I feel like a lot of people just feel like, oh, as long as I'm happy, but like in a fantasy, like your happiness eventually ends and then your world is shattered once you realize it wasn't real. So I'd like to live in reality. Like, even if my reality is disappointment, then maybe I need to move on to someone who doesn't disappoint me.
That's deep. That is. Also true now. To start off, I just want to say I'm very Stepford. So I like things to be in a fantasy world and to be animated, to be fake. I love fantasy and I love my imagination. I'm a grown woman and I have an imagination and it's real. And I want to live in that imagination. If my man lies to me, as long as I don't know that he's lying, he's not lying. You know what I mean? Right. So in my world, lie to me. As long as I don't find out. Because when I find out, then the fantasy goes. That's the only problem with the whole fantasy thing. It's over.
Exactly. My view on it, I would love to live in the fantasy world as Amanda stated. It's just that I don't know. If I don't know you're lying, then how do I know if it's real or if it's fake? And like you said, why find out the truth? Then I'm disappointed. But it's like if you go look for trouble, you'll find trouble. If I'm not looking for it, then I'm not going to find it. But it's just like, you know, some people say what they don't know won't hurt them. But it's all about that fantasy world. I would rather you lie to me and just everything be okay. You live perfect life.
But then it also comes down to how much the person lies as well. Because eventually, like, what is done in the dark does come to the light. Now, some things you can get away with and some things people will not know. But eventually, like, if you're constant, like, that's the thing. It's just, like, I feel like I want the choice to decide whether you're doing right or you're doing wrong, whether I want to put up with it. I don't like that decision to be made for me, which is why I feel like I don't want to live in a fantasy. Like, I don't want you to be able to dictate what I'm doing or how I'm feeling about you because you're covering up a certain part of who you are.
Now, if the person lies a lot, then that's different. But if you, like, if that person tells the truth and you trust them and trust them and trust them and trust them, so when they lie, you won't really know. But if that person just that you a liar,
then it's just like, you gotta go.
Right. It's just like, there's no fantasy, like.
But if you're in a fantasy, how do you know?
See, that's the thing you don't know. That's when the problem comes in. The problem comes in when you find out that that person was lying, and your whole fantasy is just like destroyed. Like the world is cold. And that's, I think that's what happens to a lot of females. Like, we believe in these men, like believe in these men, and then when it all shatters before our face, we're like, I ain't gonna make it. So I mean, like, I think that's where the problem starts.
It is.
And just to touch on fleshly and spiritual, because I don't think we really define that.
Right.
But fleshly is kind of like worldly, like the world views society, like your body, like it's kind of like the evil part on the shoulder, you know, like the little devil man on one side, and then and God is the angel. The spiritual side is like the godly side of things, the good side, the little angel on the shoulder. So let's get into the spiritual side. What do you guys think?
The spiritual side would be, you know, don't put no one before God. If that person is a liar, or if he was telling the truth, you know, just take your problems to God, you know, he'll fix everything. If he lies, say you do live in the fantasy world, and he lies, and, you know, you catch him in the shadow, you know, you take it to God first, that's that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But even still, I feel like if you take it to God, like, God will eventually show you like, this person is doing this, this is for you, this ain't for you. So even still, like, at that point, like, you'll be taken out of the realm of being comfortable. So even still, like, you got it. It's either going to be a yeah or nay. So it's still a possibility. We can fix it, but then it's also on that end how the other person feels as well. Because you got to think you're not in this fantasy by yourself. So you got to, I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely has to be a balance. And I definitely feel like when I was talking about how you believe in your man and how you believe in your boyfriend or you believe in your husband, if you take that same belief and put it all towards God, like, it just all falls into place. Because God will reveal things to you. You'll be like, oh my gosh, wait, things you wouldn't imagine to you see that song, be like, normally you wouldn't see the word, you know, whatever name come up, Ashley or whoever come up, and then all of a sudden you have supersonic hearing, and your eyes can see, you're like Superman, you read Ashley on the phone, it's like 10 miles away, and you're like, ooh. And so this God can reveal things to you, and then once you put that trust in Him, I just feel like putting Him first, and it all falls into place after that.
You just got it. Like, in that case, you've got to be steadfast. Like, you have to be able to trust. And that's even an area where I lack a little bit, like, you know, a lot sometimes, that I don't fully trust. Like, I feel like I got to have my little bit of hand in it, and then that just makes it all.
That's it all.
Like, you need a little help. Let me help you out.
Yep, I agree.
I do agree. I think you just, like, stay before the Lord's Prayer and much prayer and scripture reading. Like, I just feel like scripture reading, scriptures get them every time. It's just like, you be like, so-and-so said this, they be like, and it can't be that. Let's pray today, sweetie. It's just like, you got them. So it's like, it does take two, and sometimes it's a battle. Yeah. So you have to be willing to go through them. Actually,
relationships are hard.
They're very difficult, but I feel like, I know every female has to put up with something from a male. I mean, there's always going to be something. If it's not cheating, it may be lying. If it's not lying, it may be just like plain out ignoring. It's just every female puts up with something, but it's just knowing your limits. When is the point where you can say, no, I'm tired, I'm done, and don't call me no more because I changed my number, and you won't get my new number because people always said that I could be anonymous. I mean, like, it could be like, So.
It does, but then you also have to think about being submissive when you're married. Like, how can you be submissive to someone who you just can't handle?
Who isn't submissive to God? Like,
my sister.
I would hate to follow somebody who's not following God. So you're lost, and I'm following you, so now we're both lost.
Right.
And then who has the GPS, you know?
Well, he can still do his stuff, but then you can still live holy before him. But as far as the household comes, like, you know, just ask that, but ask for anything spiritual, you know, you can just live before him this whole, and then, you know, after a while, he will come to God. Something's going to happen, sickness, whatever. He's going to be like, oh, man, he was right.
You got to pray. You got to pray, honey. I would love to see the day. So we're going to leave it open for questions, comments, discussions, posts. You want to know what you guys are thinking, what you females feel about it. I mean, the fleshly side or the worldly side or the spiritual side or the godly side. Let us know. I mean, because everything we say is not necessarily right. I mean,
exactly, our own personal opinion.
Exactly.
So we just want to know what the world thinks with anybody, so it's male, female. If you are going through something and you want to ask us a question, you know, just post it. You know, we all have gone through. You can definitely ask us any questions. We'll be welcome to email you back. Our email is Appollonia@gmail.com.
We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Blogspot. We're blogging. We're blogging on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Down at the harbor. Next weekend.
We'll be at the harbor.
Let the National Baltimore Harbor come out and answer the questions there. Come meet us. We would love to meet you guys. Meet the viewers. I mean, I know you may not want to meet us real fast. But God is flying.
Right. And God's first. That's how we got a lot of flying. Jesus.
And we're gone. See you guys.
Bye.